Autobots, transform!
What is up, my Transformers family? Welcome to George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformers fan, and today on George Reviews, we'll be taking a look at Transformers. Not just Transformers, Transformers that should have been 20 years ago. When they started reissuing Transformers in the early 2000s, and I was happy to get those figures, and I was happy they were back in production. And then they reissued the reissues, and then reissued them again. And I was like, we've got them a few times now. Why don't they do something different? But along the way, there were certain Transformers that didn't make it into the reissue line. Such famous omissions like the Dinobots. We never got the Dinobots. We never got Sunstreaker. And we were told that a lot of the Transformers original molds were lost. Yet at the same time, third-party companies had some type of mold or reverse engineer and were making the Generation 1 Transformers that we were not getting in the main line, like the previous stated Dinobots, Sunstreaker, Springer, many of the 1986 movie figures, Cup, Blur, Cyclonus, and Scourge. We never got those figures, and again, it was because they said the molds were originally lost. So when they announced the Missing Link line, I did not think we would get guys like this. And now that we have guys like this, my mind is going crazy. I think we can get the Dinobots. We can get anybody, because these guys had never ever been reissued. Or this more, I'm saying these guys, Sunstreaker. I got the right box, got it turned around. Okay, let's get to it. Anyway, this is the packaging for Takara Tomy's Missing Link toy line. It's done in this exact same black and white box that they use for their Masterpiece line. The box reads as follows: authentic Takara Tomy product as sold in Japan. Includes one figure, 7 pieces, stickers, leaflet, collector card, and instructions. This is 05 Sunstreaker, and this is 06 Cordon. He is the white police car version. It was never produced in the United States as part of the Generation 1 toy line. They had 2 police car versions over there. They had a version of the Lamborghini that was used in the mold for Sideswipe, and one that was used in the mold for Sunstreaker. And I guess Hasbro decided they only needed one police car style figure, and they turned it into Red Alert, which became the Fire Chief's card. So anyway, let's get these boxes open and take a look. I am very excited. I had these for about a week now, and I really don't get a lot of time to sit down and do these reviews. And speaking of sitting down and doing these reviews, I've been told that I don't come from behind the camera enough. So this is why you're seeing me right now. So let's get this guy open. Again, so excited for this. Can't believe they actually did it. This is how it comes out of the box. You know I love to do the unboxing presentation. Nothing further in the box. And we get a piece of cardboard so you can keep your figure minty fresh and not crease the flap. And this is, you're seeing it before I see it, this is Sunstreaker done in the original style Japanese packaging, which sort of kind of translated to the US box. I've never really had the original Japanese packaging. I know they were small like the Diaclone, so this may be scale accurate to that package or not. But here it is. We get the back of the box. We get the Japanese writing on the back. We get the text back. Can't read it. Oh, and we get like a version of Spike. I don't know if that's Spike. I hope it's something in the box that can tell me if that is Spike or not. But they should have did this in the Generation 1 toy line. We all saw the cockpits and knew that a figure could go in there. And then they had access to the Diaclone figures. But then again, it was probably some choking hazard crap or something like that back then. They didn't want to do it. But on the bottom of the box, we get more stuff down there. Side panel and side panel. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. If I'm not doing a good job, I'll plaster it on the screen. And over here we have Cordon. Get him open and take a look. Now they're up to number 6 in this line, and I have 4 now. I got Optimus Prime, I got Cliff Jumper, and I got Bumblebee at the same time. They've done several versions of Optimus Prime, repaints of that guy. Again, same thing from the previous unboxing. Box is very nice. I'm going to keep these boxes. Most of my boxes I throw out, but when they're Generation 1 style and it has the styrofoam in, I'm definitely keeping these. And we get straight up Diaclone repaint, not designed to look like something from the cartoon. Back of the box, but definitely keep these packages. I am definitely, and they're just small enough and they're stackable, And yeah, definitely keeping these. So I'm gonna swing around and let's get into it. All right, let's get started. You guys got a good look at the box, at least I think you did. But it's my turn to get a good look at the front of the box. We have some new artwork for Sunstreaker. That is very cool. We get a new logo down here. It says T-Spark with a little lightning bolt. I wonder what that is about. But yeah, top of the box shows the transformation. And we get the same thing and the same themes over here. Some artwork for Cordon. Top of his box. Side panel. All right, let's get inside the box. Can't freaking wait. And these boxes are so nice. You gotta like stretch it with your finger to get in there. At least I haven't figured out a better way. And kind of crunched it right there, getting it open. I'm probably gonna crease it. They got some little notches for you to grip the styrofoam right here. Alright. New toy smell. Inside the box we have another item. We get a sticker sheet. Oh my goodness, this is very nice. I'm gonna come back to this in a second. Get Sunstreaker out of the box. Look at this thing. The chrome is just beaming. And if you store it, if you know like I know, and you got a chrome figure, you store it inside the styrofoam and you take it in and put it out, you're gonna rub the chrome off with the inside of the styrofoam. But look at this. I haven't seen a Sunstreaker this mint since I was a child. And he has stickers pre-applied to him, so we won't even need these. They put them in the box for nostalgia's sake, I guess. Or maybe you can sticker up your vintage Sunstreaker for those who have it out there. But he has printed on logos and stickers and stripes throughout the figure in new molded in detail. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're supposed to be just unboxing it. Sunstreaker. We get a missile tree again. Mint. Dead ass mint. I'm telling you. Then we get the pile drivers. They became Sideswipe signature, but they are his. Feels different than the Generation 1. And we get a couple fists. Here is one. And here is the other. Boy, they didn't want to come out. And they have been modified. The launching peg is gone. But other than that, they look identical to the Generation 1 fist for Sunstreaker. For the first time ever in the Generation 1 style Sunstreaker, he gets a gun. This is Sideswipe's gun, chromed out, which is very cool and very appropriate that he should have this. And we get one Diaclone remolded, repurposed pilot. He is dressed like Spike Witwicky. Believe that's what it is. You can see the die-cast metal in his back and in his head. So very, very cool. Now for Cordon. Hope I'm saying that right. I probably said it wrong 1,000 times. Get him open. It's going to be more of the same, but he deserves the same unboxing. This is the first time for me for this figure. If I do it any better, and nope. I mean, like, it's barely enough room because how they crease the flap into the box. This is why most Generation 1s are like ripped across here. Okay, and I didn't realize when I opened the other one, we got robot points here and a little bit more information right there on the side panel. Didn't realize that in the previous unboxing. And bam. And bam. Now this is actually different than this one. Yep, clearly. We're going to check it out. Let's get him out of the box. Should go a little bit faster. He has the Japanese writing on the side. For whatever reason, he feels heavier. I long lusted after the Diaclone version of this guy. Well, I guess I got it eventually in one way or the other. But this is on a tree. Shoulder rockets, rear boosters, or pile drivers, whichever one you choose. Two fists done in white this time. I believe they're solid plastic, like some dice. And it would have been too much like a right to change the handgun up for this guy. So, but I can wish, I can hope. And one Diaclone pilot. Even though his design is done like the previous pilot, he looks more like straight from the Diaclone toy line. Alright, I guess I should have did a second ago. I'm going to go into Sunstreaker's booklet. Leaflet. Get this open and take a closer look. And again, we get the sticker sheet, but he has stickers on him, and you can do the color correction that Hasbro didn't. Hasbro imported the sticker sheet from the red version, and I guess in the white version he had red shoulder stickers. Then they made him yellow and didn't change the stickers. So you can put these on your Generation 1, or you can cover up his red with these, and he comes with all the standard Generation 1 stickers to be applied. And why would you? Because he already has them on the physical toy painted on. You get one collector's card with the artwork from the front of the box, and I guess you can hang it on a string, I guess. And it actually says Sunstreaker in English. You got Tomy down here. We're going to turn it over, and we get the diagram of the figure, and it shows that he is articulated. The legs can separate. Finally, some more stuff down here I can't read. You get a decoder for, and man, this thing is thick. Now we can decode the numbers on the back. If I could read. Oh no, I can read it because they're on the side over here. And the first category I think is strength. I can't even remember. I don't even know. You know what? Never mind. Alright, we get an instruction booklet for this guy. We won't need it. We're not going to use it. If I do need it, I suck. But here it is. Probably got a ton of glare on that. And switching it around. It would be so cool if they did this Generation 1 style and read the text spec and bam, place the parts. And lastly, it's some type of mail-away catalog thing. More than meets the eye. Oh, wow. Well, we do get a little bit of Generation 1 in here. It has the artwork from the original back. Let's see if it unfolds one more time for me. Yep, the entire back photo from the 1984 wave. They have Sunstreaker, like a promotional catalog, like order mail-away type thing. Shows you everything in color. So this is what I wanted to see, and they actually included it. This is so nice. Appreciate that. And we get like the Japanese version of the battle scene right here. At least I think that's what it is. And the figures that we have so far, this is so cool. This is the best part about it so far. Both versions of Optimus, Bumblebee, and Cliff Jumper. And then the latest two. Whoa. Oh, these are the vintage releases from 85 to 86. And the police car Diaclone. I went through all that trouble to put it on the screen, and they got it right here. And Sunstreaker that came in a 3-pack with skids and buzzsaw. This is very nice. I hope they keep things like this coming in the line. Now for Cordon. This should go a lot quicker. Get the same decoder. A different collector's card, same artwork. Back of the card. We get, I believe, the same booklet. Not going to even touch that. And similar instructions, just police light bars on it. And here is his sticker sheet. Car Robo, directly from the Diaclone. Like, I never had it, so I couldn't tell you if this is exactly it. But, and they definitely didn't cover the Autobot logos, but very Diaclone-ish. Done on a white piece of paper, unlike Sunstreakers. Oh, he rolled, uh-oh. He rolls very well, too well apparently. I knocked the fist in the floor. He rolls better than the Generation 1 from my childhood. Listen at that. He has very good clearance to be low to the ground for not just the car, but for the little bit of kibble. This panel right here, it is not scraping it at all. Man, this is well engineered. We ain't even got started yet. Love this thing. Let's see if I can get the cockpit open. It's kind of, the light bars are rubbing the engine. Let's see if we can get that up. Take a look in there. You can see this, what used to be stickers is now is paint on the side. Oh man, let's go straight for the pilot. Here's the pilot, little dude. And his feet are magnetic. Take the scissors I have and see if he sticks to the scissors. And bam, he sticks to the scissors. Because it's encased in plastic, I don't think it's that strong because it's only those two little points sticking out. But the feet on the figure are magnetic. Now, taking a look at our Diaclone pilots side by side, because they're their exact same mold. And I believe they're straight remakes from the Diaclone toy line. I could be mistaken. I've never had this version of the pilots. They had several different versions of the Diaclone pilots in the Diaclone toy line. But this one, these are made to look like Spike. Specifically the one in the beige t-shirt and the blue pants. He has the young boy style haircut and the molded in face. Different from the Diaclone pilots that I've seen. Now, he may be a direct reproduction of those figures. The head and chest remain die cast, the pins are die cast, and they also have magnets in the feet. I'll try to demonstrate that in a little bit. The second Diaclone pilot that comes with the police car version is sort of done in a cop's uniform, I guess you would say. And the little chrome piece on the chest is meant to mimic a badge, I guess, maybe. Really not sure. Here is one of my vintage Diaclone pilots. This is the yellow one. I believe he came with the Diaclone or Diachrome version of my red Sunstreaker. I'm really not sure. I moved a lot of stuff around in my collection. He has the die-cast head and back. The chest is not die-cast. The chest is plastic, and the magnets are on the outside of his feet, but the pins and hinges are die-cast as well. To me. Let's get him into the seat. When we were children, we knew this was a chair. We knew it. We knew it. It's kind of odd because it was like a single pilot chair, but it was a chair nonetheless. Is he going to go in here or what? All right, we got him in a chair, and he is in the vehicle, and he is ready to go. Oh, can I close the top? Can I close the top? Yep, and there he is. Man, where was this at in 1984? Hasbro, you cheap bastards. But better yet, we got it now. Man, this thing looks fantastic. Now let's go over to Sunstreaker. Check him out, bring him closer. To my naked eye, he looks nearly identical to the vintage version. He looks to be the same size. I can't believe they did that. This is a totally new tool, but they kept it almost perfect in scale. You can kind of tell by some of the cuts of the vehicle that it is modernized. And these little parts right here, this is like paint on original. I think it's die cast. This hinge is die cast on both sides, and on the that's why it's heavier. In the original, this is a plastic hinge. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. Here is the vintage Sunstreaker, and you can see the two hinges. This is totally plastic over here, and the hinge is larger over here, I guess, to accommodate the new transformation, and molded in detail right here. What was once stickers is now paint. And it holds together better. This thing kind of flops loose. In a vintage one, this thing, even when I was a kid, this would never stay up. Even when it was new. Like, you had to like constantly pop this piece back in. Alright, this guy's rub sign is activating under my lights, and this one is not. I guess because it's more modern, but let's check out the rub sign. And it works just fine. There it is. If you wanted to, you can add the pile driver arms as boosters. I believe these were some type of boosters in the Diaclone toy line. It's like over there. All right, see if we can get the cockpit open, or the windshield, the bonnet, and take his Diaclone pilot. It's the exact same dude. Like, bam. And magnets in his feet as well. We went over that. And let's get him in the seat. And boom, Spike's ready to ride. And he rolls just as great as the other figure. Yes, man. This is so awesome. We have some stamping underneath. I'll get the light off of it. We got Tommy made in China. And I'm pretty sure it's the exact same. Exact same. Now it's time to get this guy transformed. Like, I'm assuming it's the same, but it's probably not. We're going to pull this down and take his arms out. Let's start like that. And then, come over here and repeat the beat. That was pretty easy. When I tell you, I'm actually nervous for this. Alright, I'm going to pop up the windshield again and rotate this back like it's Generation 1. We shouldn't have to take the pilot out. I'm trying to leave him in. I don't think you got to take him out at all. And how does this work? Oh, we got a little part right here that lifts up. New engineering, everyone. And I got this right, and it's gonna peg into here now for like the first time ever. Why, he's a mech. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right, I'm gonna close this up, and now for the legs. Oh, there we go. I got it to separate and come down. All right, I did it without instructions. Thank God. I'm a G. I'm a G. All right. I was trying to slot these out, but I guess I don't have to. I don't know if this is the full extent of the legs. Let's get the head back up. rotate these around. They're trying to rotate anyway. I think they rotate around, or maybe not. Maybe they're just adjustable like this. Let's see if I can stand them up like this. Yeah, I think they just hang out like this. And give them some back stabilizers. Alright, we're going to go with this as a transformation for now. And then we're going to add the fist. Bam. Oh, and you know what? This guy has 2 sets of hands. I remember. But well, okay, I'm going to keep going like this. Try to add the fist. Bam. He has the Generation 1 type hands. And he has some hands tucked away that don't need to be parts forming. And it's so cool that they gave you both, or gave us, both options. Because these cannot hold the gun at all. Bam, here's Sunstreaker. Take the shoulder cannons and put those in. His legs are collapsing on me. Just like this. And I believe this is it. Sunstreaker, everybody, reborn into the Missing Link toy line. Damn. Right, here are our guys. Bam. Modernization. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I'm loving it. Now, also, these arms transform. Have no clue, but I see the hinge running right here. We're just going to see if we can just separate them. They transform to reveal a non-parts forming hand, which is, oh my goodness, come on out of here. Bam. And the reason why we need this is just because it's modernized as well. Does it have articulation? Look at the articulation. Now the thumb is suspect, but I can still dig it. And you can take his gun. I wonder if it fits in without closing the hand once it fits in this port right here. Does it? Does it? No. I think we got to close the hand. Yep, and the hand forms the port. And here's Sunstreaker Generation 1 style wielding a blaster for the first time ever with full arm extension and a little bit more light on it. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. When I tell you I love the fact that we get the new updated hand that is non-parts forming, and then they just threw it straight back to the Generation 1. And this is so cool because he never had a reissue. So you actually get both. You get the vintage, it's just articulated now, and you get a modernized, updated version of the toy. Speaking of updates, let's do articulation. I'm going to do this guy because we haven't changed them at all. So here we go. Now the head, let me see. Oh my goodness, the head rotated. I was not expecting that. But I promise you I haven't seen this before. I did not know the head rotated, and it is awesome. We didn't take a look at the face. I'm so sorry about it. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's take a look at his face. He has a red vents on the side of his head. Red eyes. Matte silver for his face. Some type of little design on the forehead. Is that on a vintage one? And you can see like the super chromey chrome. Very nice. The light bars. His body molded in detail from the Generation 1. And the printed on stickers that were the printed on design inside the legs that were stickers on the vintage version. Yeah. Well, that's a quick look real quick. I'm ready to get it going. I'm so excited. I'm ready to get this going. And again, my apologies because I'm so excited for this damn thing. All right, we get head articulation from side to side. He can look. I think that's just transformation. But we get rotation. He can look left to right. Coming to his shoulders. Whatever this joint is. Halfway sort of kind of butterfly. It can come in. Across his body. And back like this. Will it rotate? And it rotates at the shoulder. Yes, my goodness. He has elbow bend. And does it rotate at the... It swivels at the bicep. Yes, my goodness. Because the hand plugs in. It swivels. And let's see. Let's do this guy. So we can do this hand articulation. Get him out. Alright, to the hand. Let's see a little bit better. That light is very bright on that. But here's his hand molded in detail in that. And it rotates at the wrist. I just wanted to check that out. and it unhinges. He forms a four-finger paw with a thumb. Again, that thumb is a little bit suspect, but it works. Coming to his waist, will we rotate? Oh, you mother. They know they could have made the waist rotate. Hold on. Get this glass open. And it doesn't. I guess because of the way the hinge is in here. I was hoping to rotate. But anyway, he could do the splits for the first time ever because his feet in the Generation 1 were bolted together, and I hated it as a kid. I forgave a lot of things, but I hated when the feet were bolted together. They didn't even have to move. Just don't lock them together. And he can kick to the front, a little stumpy. And he can kick to the back, and we could go, whee! Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still disappointing that waist. And as far as his feet, we have a ratchet. And go up and down. And they are on a rocker. Look at that. Look at that. Wide stance. Action pose. But he can't turn his waist. But he can turn his head. And bam, 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 bam. All right, let's get his gun in his hand. I'm screaming action poses. He can't even do it. I ain't giving him the gun. All right, and now, because of the arms and the way it was originally designed with articulation added to it, I must admit, some of this looks a little weird, but I still love it. I still absolutely love it. Now, we're going to have to get a missile off of the tree. We're going to go for it. They look fatter than the vintage missiles, but I'm going to break one off right now off Sunstreaker's tree and take this fist out and show you how to defeat a couple big beasts. I don't think they launch. There's like a little thing here. It kind of made me think they launched. I should have known with the transformation and everything. Let's double check, because you never know. And no, that is the fist connection. I thought maybe they had a little bit of spot. I should have known, but I can still dream, right? But here is the missile, and here's the gun. This is straight from the Generation 1 toy, and I don't believe it's compatible at all. They changed like the ports. But here are our guys side by side. So you know what? It's time for the size up and a rundown. I'm going to bring out some more modern toys to compare first, just in case you forgot how little these Generation 1 Transformer cars are. And representing NECA toys and gargoyles, here is Goliath. Always hanging around on the shelf from Star Wars The Black Series is the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. Representing Marvel Legends, here is the amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Joining us from the McFarlane DC Multiverse is Hawkman. And from Super 7, representing the Thundercats, is the Lord himself, Lion-O. From Mattel's Master of the Universe Multiverse, here is Faker. And here's fellow Hasbro production G.I. Joe Classified Rock and Roll. On to the Transformers. Here we have the standard Generation 1 version of Optimus Prime. And on our right, we have the missing link Optimus Prime, showing off his superior articulation. Also representing Transformers, the missing link Takara Tomy toy line, we have Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. And for the final comparison on the size up and a rundown, of course I'm going to bring out the vintage Generation 1 Sunstreaker alongside his Diacron / Diaclone mate, the red Sunstreaker or whatever his name was. Now let's take a closer look. Of the two, this video is running so long, I apologize. I'm over 40 minutes. I'm going to do my best to cut it down to 30. So here we go. Here are the two Sunstreakers side by side. This is the vintage original. You can tell because this chrome is just glistening. And here are the two missiles side by side. The reissue or recreation of the original missile is a little bit thicker. The fists are almost identical, except for where they poured in, the way they poured in. Of course, the details, it's printed on a sticker right here. For whatever reason, it's like gold, trimmed in gold or yellow. And this one, of course, is trimmed in silver. Let's pop the canopies or chest open so we can take a look at stickers versus molded in detail over here. Apparently, these are upside down. Okay, they go this way in case you got a vintage sticker sheet. And inside the leg, you can see it, and you can clear. I can move this out of the way. This is molded in detail. It is gorgeous. He's missing the stickers for the headlights over here, but he has stickers down here. Painted on. Side of the figure. Back of the figure, details. And yeah, I mean, they really recreated Generation 1 Sunstreaker and gave him the articulation. And this is a totally different mold. That is very nice. Oh, the faces. When you took a look at the faces, that helmet appears to be different or a little bit larger on the Missing Link version. And as far as the guns go, this is a recreation of Sideswipe's gun. I said that earlier. I gave my vintage original Jazz gun. I bought an extra hand off of eBay, drilled a hole in it, and poured it in Jazz gun because he was like the only Generation 1 large-scale car, if you call this a large-scale car, that didn't come with a gun. He came with the missiles for his arm, but I wanted him to have a gun. I used Jazz gun. I didn't use Sideswipe's gun because it was white, and it kind of clashed with this guy, and you can see that they recreated Sideswipe's gun because it's so appropriate because these guys are brothers, Lamborghinis or whatever, and here we go. And it wouldn't be fair if I didn't get these two guys a comparison. For whatever reason, the red version of the Diaclone Sunstreaker has yellow ears and yellow eyes. They didn't give him the red like this guy over here. We don't know why they did that, but here's a quick comparison of these two. All right, fam, I have so much I want to say, but I got to wrap this up. I'm over 40 minutes, and I'm probably going to have to hack this to pieces, so please forgive the editing. If you've probably seen it so far, if you've been watching the video. But these figures are great. They're 90 bucks. They're pricey, and I know they're not for everybody. I'm loving the Missing Link line so far. I never thought we would get Sunstreaker because, like I said earlier, the original molds were missing. I had them as a kid, and I've had them as an adult in my collection for 20 years now, and to get a moving, articulated version of him is just so freaking awesome. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's a dream come true to have this guy in my collection and be able to do this. Now, having said that, as much as I love Sunstreaker, I love this white and black colored palette better with the red, the light bars. This guy is freaking awesome as well. He may be even more awesome. Cordon, I'll just say Cordon, and we're done with it. It means to block off or to barricade or police line or whatever. It's law enforcement associated. But I actually like this color palette better out of the two. But I'm pretty sure if you can only get one, most people are going to go with the Sunstreaker because he was straight from Generation 1. But you can't go wrong with either of these. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where Generation 1 toys still live.
Autobots, transform!
Hey, I get the feeling our jet judo needs a little more work.
Oh? What makes you say that?